So let's sort of rewind a little bit. On the build-up to the eventual day where they kick your fucking doors in and they come and get you.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Well, you've not even had him come back yet for the third time.
So let's go back to the return of the return of Wildman.
This is like his final grand finale.
All right, let's get to that then. So where are you? How's life going for Shaun right now?
Let's talk a bit more about Shaun instead of me. I always come out looking like the cunt.
Did you? Because Shaun is making so much money right now.
Yeah.
Shaun, by the looks of it, Shaun never changed.
No.
So you two are still the same friends in the core of it that you always were?
Of course, yeah.
Right. So where were you?
He's sobered up now, but he's ready for his next fresh round.
Yeah.
So you weren't back to England, yeah?
Yeah. And I'm thinking that at this point, should I really go back?
Is Wild Woman still in the US?
Yeah.
So are you on your own in England? Why are you laughing? What?
It's just quite ridiculous in general, isn't it?
Should I really go back?
Yeah.
So what's happening with where's your life when he's back in England? Tell us what happens.
I'm dealing with the problems of things going wrong in my organisation.
Mutiny.
I'm also doing way more drugs than I've ever done in my life, so my decision-making processes aren't the best. I'm paying private lawyer now to try and get him out, to get him deported. And then my thing is, the lawyer's like, yeah, I'm gonna expedite this. He's gonna get deported any day. And as soon as he does, now I'm putting all my money into teams of people now to get him back, to come right back to America.
Oh.
Yeah. I kind of want to stay back in Widnes for a while, to be fair. Like,
just
fucking away from the madness. You know what I mean?
How did it feel to be away from all that? Because that must have been incredibly intense.
Felt very nice.
Yeah. I know you're joking about that, but yeah.
No, you must have went from an insane lifestyle to little old Widnes.
Yeah.
That must have been such a contrast. What was it like?
Perfect.
What's the flight back like from America? Like, are you... Because I've heard of other people being
It's
deported
uncomfortable because you've chained up.
Right.
I had guards with me when they flew me back, so you're actually... I mean, when the lady comes and asks you for a drink, you can't have one.
Right.
Because you've got, like, you actually just cuffed up. And then what happens is when you finally get to Heathrow, they guide you off the plane, uncuff you, and then they give you to the officers.
Then what do they do?
Well, they're supposed to like guide you out or arrest you if you've got any previous or whatever. But I basically just got through on this one. I had no previous. What had happened was the guy that I did with the Section 18, he'd ended up fucking up himself and being a burglar, and like fucking nothing really happened, and it was within it's like a 7 year. It was a 7 year thing anyway, where they couldn't actually bring any charges back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm back. I'm actually in England now, and no, I'm not with Wild Woman. No, but I'm back in fucking England, and I'm back at my dad's, and I'm thinking, that was a mad ride, wasn't it? You know what I mean? But then, itchy feet, he calls me back, and I'm thinking, oh, fucking hell, man.
You must have missed him, you must have missed the lifestyle, all of that.
I've missed him like a ball in the arse. Like, fucking hell.
But you weren't at all, because it would strike me that if I was, if for for whatever
I
reason,
did miss him, yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it was trouble, sir. I knew it was too much to ask.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if he's making me over, there's got to be hassle. Because why else was he going to have me fucking...
Is this our wrestler?
You're evil.
Itchy feet.
Itchy feet, yeah.
And then suddenly there's a plane ticket that arrives.
Yeah. To Mexico.
And teams of people.
Yeah.
Through Canada and Mexico and all kinds of shit.
So how then do you realise you're going to get back into the country? Because the first time it was a Greyhound. Were you just in the storage of a Greyhound or what?
No.
He's just receiving
orders from Canada. I flew to Toronto, Canada.
Right.
And I went over the border from Canada to Buffalo, New York. And then from New York I got the Greyhound. It took 3.5 days.
Shit.
From Greyhound. I would have said that too. Because when the guy who picked me up said, do you want to get the plane? I thought, well, fuck that. I just like fucking being all around the world to get back in the country. I don't want to get... The last thing I want to do is get on a plane, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like fucking he let me on... I said, no, I'll get the Greyhound, I'll get the coach.
You must have seen a lot of America in that time.
Well, they didn't realise how big it fucking was.
Yeah.
Didn't know I was going to be seeing half days on a fucking coach.
It's funny because when English people go to America, I don't think they realise how big it is. I remember when I drove in America and I was like, that... Because in England, when you do that with your fingers, you're like, it's 3 hours, maybe 2 hours. In America, when you do that on the map, that's like, that's a day. Do you know what I mean?
You can literally go from Johnny Gross to Land's End in a day in England, can't you? But you can't in America. You can't fucking...
That drive must have been amazing from Buffalo down to...
It was nice, but the only bad thing about it, I don't know if you know
He
about...
loves travelling. You'll have to get used to that.
I'm
just saying, like...
No, but I don't know if you know about greyhounds or not, but they always seem to have the station, and it's about a mile away from any Circle K or a mile away from anywhere you can go and get fucking beer.
Right.
So all you can actually get is like a tamale or fucking whatever fast food they got there.
You
and you haven't even got time to go and get yourself some beers to have on the coach on the next journey. So you literally, 3.5 days, you're going. And I think I missed one of them and I had to pay extra because I thought, well, I'm not doing this. I'm not getting on the coach. I got a 12-pack. I thought, I'm late. Fuck it, you know what can you do?
Yeah. So you then make your way across the country.
But yeah, you do see lots of things.
Yeah.
You see American Eagles and you see beautiful things, you know what I mean? You do see nice things.
This is all a movie montage, isn't it? Like
Amazing.
A man on a coat. Are you not wowed by that? Because I kind of...
No, I genuinely, this whole fucking thing, like this whole thing's amazed me.
You just look a little bit numb right now. Do you know? You're just sitting there going, just...
The thing is, when you guys talk, I always sort of picture everything in my head.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I can't help it.
Oh.
So you then arrive in Arizona, you're back in the heat, the baking heat of the desert. Does he greet you?
We always have a bear hug.
Yeah, on the third time, yeah.
But you're not there when he gets off the coach. I mean, you will be in the movie.
Once he gets to the
This
wherever
will
I
have
am,
to be a
yeah.
3.5 hour movie at least.
We've got people bringing him and coordinating him, and he gets there, and I update him on what's going on, and things got a bit hot for the Wild Ones then in Tempe. Wild Woman's place got raided. Now, I'd rented her a place, and I also rented her a place next to the place just to store her drugs in case she got raided. But she got raided, and the drugs...
Oh, we'd actually got back, by the way, by then as well.
Oh, you got back together?
Yeah, we got back together.
Right,
Was it still as volatile
We
as...
were in Mexico together, didn't we?
So what happens is things get so hot now. Wild Man's going berserk, wants to take Skin out to the desert. Wild Woman's got raided.
She's scared, so I go and move in with her to make sure she's alright.
They found
Before you know it, and boning her again and things like that, so I'm back with her.
Are you still fighting at that point? Or is
No,
it
it was much more mellow. I was just concentrating on fucking getting high and wanting to kill Scully. That was my thing I wanted to do. It's the only thing I wanted to do.
Kill Skinner.
Yeah, come back to the only thing I come back to the country for us to do, man.
So she's been raided with thousands of hits of ecstasy, acid, meth, ketamine, Xanax, assorted Mexican pills, and they just let her go.
Weird.
Yeah. They said to her, she said she was just in that place.
I'd have seen that sus
Yeah.
myself. I'd have been a bit suspicious about that.
So they were trying to use her to find us.
Is this part of... Alright.
She hadn't cooperated. It would have been in the paperwork. She hadn't cooperated.
So
she told them.
They let her go as a lead, basically.
Yeah. She told them she's dating some English guy or something over, and he's put her in this apartment, but she just wants to go home. Blah blah blah. And they said, well, if you find out anything about him, if you want to tell us anything else, you know, here's our number. Blah blah blah.
They must have been a little bit onto it.
Well, the detective who fucking...
He was. We had a nemesis.
He was the one of them who arrested us.
Yeah. Detective Reed, we'll call him.
Detective Reed.
He was totally onto us.
So it's easier for him, really, to release her, not charge her.
He's
and
just
then
waiting
watch
where
her.
she goes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
basically.
Yeah.
Taylor for ages. Right.
And if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have come back all the way from fucking Widnes back here, because I knew it would have been fucking trouble back to America, because I knew it would have been trouble.
Yeah.
I knew for the fact that all they're doing is watching where she goes, who she's mixing with, what's going on, and tailing her.
So are you still having the big parties at this point? Are you two still going out and, you know...
It's like
He's paranoid.
Yeah, everyone's getting a bit paranoid at this point. Now, my idea
This is
now...
towards the end now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it feel that way when you're in it?
No, because your brain's like all messed up, and you're just thinking, I'm going to sustain this somehow. So I say now, my next grand scheme is, because I've got operations in Mexico, it's got so big now, my pills have got to get smuggled in through Mexico. My thing now is to move the Wild Ones to Mexico, and all my mates say, the way they behave, if Wild Man acts up in Mexico, the Mexicans will kill him.
Right.
Send them down there. I had this guy who was a military sniper, spoke Mexican, Frankie Flowers. Send you down there with Frankie Flowers, and
that was his real name. Yeah.
And
These fucking names getting me. I'm thinking, no, that wasn't his name, but you can't say his bastard name. You know what I mean?
Joey Spaghetti.
They ran him and my right hand man, Cody, who's also dead. We can say his real name.
Yeah.
They rent
Rest
him
in
this
peace.
nice house in Rocky Point. So there's telecommunications are quite problematic. So I'm not in contact with the wild ones, but I'm sending people down there with supplies. Now my guys go down there with supplies. Cody went down there with supplies, and he arrives, and the house is completely looks like it's been bombed. The windows are blown out. It's been on fire. And he comes back and he says the Mexicans have killed the wild ones. It's done. It's over.